Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Olympus, their part number ETS2-125 26D. This is a reinforcing trim spacer for their 100, their 200, their 500, and their 600 series locks. My opinion is this would be just zinc die cast. If that's true, it will be non-magnetic. It would also be non-magnetic if it was brass, but this is not made of brass. So I'm going to go with die-cast zinc. It looks like die-cast zinc, a very common base material that they make lots of things out of, especially cabinet hardware. Zinc is abundant, it's heavy, it feels dense in your hand, and it's inexpensive as a base material. So there you go. So this is going to be used with those series of locks so that the cylinder body can basically project through. One, or at least come flush to. Two, help reinforce the entire installation. If you are perhaps in an application where you want to dress up the prep of what you're working on here, that would certainly work. You might have an application and one doesn't, I can't think of an actual application where you would use this as a reinforcing item. But if you did have some sort of construction on a door that would be perhaps subject to being incompatible with screwing it from the back side, you might use a reinforcing plate like this. And I don't believe that you're going to have an application like this, but if you had a hollow core door or some structure of something that you can't run the screws into, that come with the lock. I happen to have a lock here. It has 4 screws. I have this so I can show you what it looks like. And if you don't have anything solid in here, well, let's do it now. That's what it looks like. Nice and clean installation, that's to be sure. But you'll then get into through bolting it. So these machine screws are going to go through the lock body, through the door or the drawer, and they're going to tighten. So that would allow you to basically clamp this onto a surface, onto something that you're installing it to, so that you, sidestep that sort of problem. All I'm saying is I can't think of an application where a client said, yeah, I've got a hollow core door and I'm going to put this lock on it and I need, the through bolt reinforcer. But clearly, you're doing it for that reason. You're doing it because it could also be that you're using it as a scar plate, that you've really boogered up the hole. The hole that you're supposed to drill, you've drilled it far too large, and it looks awful. You might be using it just for a dress plate. Could be. You might also be using it for security, so that if your cylinder sticks out a little bit, you put that trim ring on there, now you've got less to get a pipe wrench onto. If it's hanging out there that much, you can probably get a tool on, but if you reduce that by the thickness of the plate, that's a little more challenging. I mean, I don't really see attacking the cylinder with a pipe wrench. I mean, I don't know why you would attempt that. I don't think you're going to share that screw, but just spitballing as to why you might want this. It might be aesthetic as well. You might have a client who wants it to look a little more whatever, maybe modern. That might be a nice shape for that. Obviously satin chrome finish. Let's take some basic dimensional properties. I now no longer recall if we have. Overall width, about 1 3/8 inches. Overall height, about 1 13/16 inches. It will include the 4 machine screws. I don't know the thread size, but they look like they're 832, which happens to be a typical size for cabinet hardware. Knobs, pulls, things of that nature. Let's switch to the screen view now, and let's take a closer look at all of the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here is the item that we are indeed looking at. And I realize that they're showing it horizontal. Can't think of why they would show it that way. Frankly, it's clear that it must be vertical because of, well, I suppose not necessarily, but this is a left or right lock, and the only way this can be installed is vertically if it's going to bolt up to the back of the lock body, because the shape of the mounting points is a rectangle and not a square. Having said that, let's take a look at the images that we have uploaded. There it is. That's the orientation for the lock body. Or the machine bolts. Now we have some images showing what it looks like when it's installed, basically. Nice, very nice clean look. Okay, very nice clean look. Now we have some extended description information down below. Reinforcing trim spacer, through bolt for use on 1, 2, 5, and 600 series locks. If you want to buy the template, it's the E2S2, pardon me, it's the ETST2. And this is an 1/8 of an inch thick through bolt plate. They also make a 1/4 inch. Let's look at the catalog page that's here. And on this page, yeah, I would certainly check my template before I just drilled into the door in terms of what that's supposed to look like. You can certainly mount that horizontally if your lock, I would say, is a vertical or inverted style lock. And I can show you what that looks like. I will show that to you because I want you to see what that looks like. It's under lock handing. Actually, well, yeah, that'll work. So, you know, horizontal locks, you can see here. But if you're going to install it vertically or inverted, yeah, you would turn that on its side. So they're clearly showing us what this looks like in a vertical or inverted dimension. Other thicknesses, other thickness, 1/4 inch. Okay, either 1/8 or 1/4. That's one dimension I did not give you. I'm going to put my caliper on that and see how close to 0.125 it actually is. The caliper says 0.128, in fact. So yes, an 1/8 of an inch. Microscopically larger. 1/4 inch version as well. Polished brass along with satin chrome. And they also have an the E2S2 ETST2. It's not only a template, but it's a spacer that would allow you to margin that on the door accordingly. Okay. And as we kind of tiptoe into the balance of the cut sheet here, or tiptoe through it anyway, that template, we've got a separate video of that item as well. Template spacer. If you had some, you know, this is not a video on the ETST2, but if you had something very thin, you might need to build it out or have a series of spacers. The ETS6 is similar for different locks, different design. Let's now take a look at the data sheet that's here. This is probably mostly duplicate information. It does show other options, however. We've got 7/8 barrel locks, so that's what we're looking at. Our trim, our template spacer, and then a pull. That's pretty neat. It'll give you this functionality along with the ability to pull the door open. Okay. Now, there is a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page, and when we click on that, we'll be able to pull up not only all of the Olympus products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I would encourage you to review the full product catalog if you are looking for locks. It is very possible that you're going to find solutions that A, you didn't know exist, or B, you can't find from whomever you're buying locks, you know, these smaller petite footprint style locks. Cabinet locks, drawer locks, very high quality material, very adaptable material. What I mean by that is you can install these high quality cylinders and lock bodies, but do so with the standard keyways, the Olympus keys and keyways, but you can also toss full-size cylinders. You want a full-size Schlage, conventional core in there, you can. Same with Sargent removable core, full-size Schlage core, Corbin Russwin, Medico, small format. I mean, what we just said represents an outrageous number of key systems and capabilities. What I mean by that is, let's say that you are in your building running a Medico, and I say Medico only because they hold 75% of the North American high-security cylinder market, or some number like that. And you want to have Medico, you want to have your keying system on cabinet doors or drawer locks because you have payroll records in there. There you go. You don't have to go with some low-end cam lock cylinder key. And the rest of this catalog I'll just leave to you to discover, but suffice it to say it's quite comprehensive. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. In conclusion, this video is to simply show you our part number ETS2 reinforcing trim spacer, 1/8 of an inch thick, also available in 1/4 inch. Exceptional folks over at Olympus. Great confluence of things. Value, great quality, great product diversity, availability, and exceptional technical support. There's a gentleman there. To him I say thank you very much. Without you, I would not know nearly as much about Olympus as I would like to. Any questions on the ETS2 trim or any other Olympus product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.